made it. Hey, there we go.
Up, nerds?
Oh man,
first time.
9:14, and it's barely a problem. No,
That's so good.
Like it's fine. Things like this happen. This is actually like, I will say, we've been streaming on Twitch now for what? We've been streaming period now for nearing 5 years, I'd say, right? 3
total?
years, 4, yeah, total 4 years, many years. How about that? Many years. And we used to have a lot more issues, and I feel like the issues have decreased significantly.
And they were also crippling.
Absolutely, they were. We'd have to like
crippling.
Well, there's no streaming today. I guess we'll head back to bed.
Yeah, but we're better now, and so like that little fix, we knew exactly what it was. Easy. All I had to do was turn his mic on.
Sneezy. Well, just for what it's worth, and just so you all know, like I had my mic on. It was not on my end. It was on. It was on Al Gore's end.
I couldn't hear. Are you talking right now? I can't. I don't
understand. Man, Andy says Korea has some awesome pre-order bonuses for Zelda. Should I order from them and get a game mat or passport holder? You can get a Zelda passport holder.
Matt, what are you going to use it? Well, okay, unless it's like a Sheikah slate. If it's Sheikah slate, I'm in.
Exactly.
If not, I'll just keep using my no passport holder.
Oh, actually, it's called my back pocket.
One back. No, if you got your passport in your
I'm
back
just
pocket,
kidding. I'm just kidding.
You are asking for it.
Just
none
kidding.
Yours. No
okay.
more.
I put it in my bag, in the back of it, zipped out.
You know, you got to get one of those like those little under the shirt chest pockets. Have you seen those things?
Yeah.
Like literally, people pull their entire shirt up just to get to it. It's super uncomfortable.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
To like watch them do it, but I guess it's pretty safe.
Well, if it was also like a heart monitor, that would make sense.
Maybe there's an app.
So, maybe there's an app for that. No, I don't have a passport holder. So I guess Andy might here soon.
Andy,
I need to figure out what I'm doing for Zelda Day coming up, because we need to party. We need to celebrate.
Hey, just be like Nintendo and don't care at all.
Don't do anything. Like, oh, I got a game coming out. Big deal.
Who cares? Forget about it.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, you want some Mario stuff? We got tons of Mario stuff.
Oh, we got Mario stuff from 40 years ago.
More on that later.
You're gonna like it. Oh my gosh.
And more on that. Maybe none on that today. How about come back tomorrow for free play? We'll talk all about Nintendo. And what they did
or didn't do.
Heavy air quotes, little bunny foo-foo, hopping through the PAX East. Hey, today we're going to be doing our best to kind of show you guys a little bit, not a lot, of what we experienced while we were at PAX East. Matt and I are back. We're not in Boston anymore.
How do you feel?
Matthew, when I tell you that I came home, let's roll it back. Let's give people.
We'll give you a little setup here. Yeah.
How do I feel? We're gonna Tarantino it. I feel 1 billion times better.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Now let's tell you why I need to feel better.
Okay.
Let's
go back several days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago, and
Sunday.
3 days ago.
Sunday. Whatever it is, Today's Thursday, and my week has been totally mixed up because of poor decisions on our part.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a poor. Matt and I haven't really talked since we got back.
We've been trying to recover here.
Yeah, we texted a little bit with Kate, but that's about it. We haven't talked at all about it.
Yeah, that was just business stuff.
Yeah. So our flight out of Boston was at, what time is the flight? 5:50 a.m.
5:50 a.m.
on Monday, which is not necessarily a bad thing. All right.
No, I will stop right there. That is a bad thing, and I don't ever want to do it again. And it's my fault. It's my fault.
Haven't you flown out that early before?
Absolutely. And I even said to myself back then, I'm like, I'm never doing this again. What is wrong with me?
I do it constantly.
I hate it. No, okay. If I'm headed out, I don't mind heading out on a trip that early, because
early on the front end.
Yeah, because I'm fresh. I know it's going to be a long week, and usually going to these conventions, like, you're up very late, and we were up very late most evenings, And so by the time it gets to Sunday and then Monday morning, you need a little extra sleep because you also know Sunday evening people are going to stay up late and hang out. So my choices, no, they shouldn't. My choices for flights were 5:50 a.m. or 6:30 p.m. Those are my only two options. So I went with the front end.
Here's the deal. Anna said just sleep on the plane. Okay, we're getting there. All right, we're getting there. So Matt's bright idea, because he's an absolute just Einstein of a human
genius.
being.
Yeah, genius.
Yeah, Nobel Peace Prize winning smarts guy. Wicked smart, like I put in the go live notification.
Oh no, Anna did not say that. Sean said that. Don't get crazy.
Oh well, to whomever said it. Sometimes I get Sean and Anna mixed up. She's barely my wife.
Anna, stop yelling at us.
Yeah, it's all caps. So Matt's bright idea was, hey, what time? Well, he said, what time are we going to have to leave in the morning?
Because it's Boston.
No idea.
It's bad streets as far as I know, like bad traffic on the streets as far as I know it at all hours.
You and I have only been to Boston one time. Is that correct? I don't know if you've been more than once. And it was at PAX East.
2020.
Yeah, a million years ago, pre-COVID. And so, was that pre-COVID?
No, that was just before COVID. COVID was just happening.
What day am I? No, because
it was not pre-COVID. It was like COVID was just ramping up. And I remember going home on the plane and people were wearing masks. And I was like, oh no, what's happening?
I've never been to Boston in the fall. It's true. I haven't. You're right, because I turned around and went to Gamma like a week or 2 weeks later, and that's when the world shut down.
Yeah.
Okay. The time frame checks out. So
thank you.
We didn't know what to expect. Sometimes you fly and you got to be there very early because whatever reason.
TSA is bad.
Well, and right after PAX, like you just never know, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's like, I don't know, there's like 40, 50,000 people, however many people were there at PAX. It was a lot. There's a lot of people. And so we decide, hey, our flight's at 5:50. It's probably going to board at like 5:10. We should probably get there about 2 hours early. Let's register, reserve the Uber for 2:30 a.m.
That's very
we
early.
end up checking out of our hotel the night before, and
at
even
9 p.m.
Even the person behind the counter was like, "What are you doing?"
You didn't tell me that.
He's like, "You checking out early? What, a day early?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're going to meet some friends. We served with Dice Throne. We're going to meet some friends at their hotel, and we have to leave at stupid early in the morning." And so we did that, and it was a good idea as far as like conceptually.
I felt honestly, I felt like
we're
it
not
was a
going
good
to have
idea.
time to get back, go to sleep.
Right?
get
No,
back
because
up.
they had ordered pizza, and in my brain, like the pizza was going to be late. They would want to chat. Before I knew it, it would probably be midnight, and then we'd be sleeping for 2.5 hours, maybe. I just would rather power through. And it was
You're
fine.
not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, it was a good call for you to make, and for me to sign off on as CEO of this your organization. But like it was one of those deals where as we started getting closer to that 2:30 time frame, it became a worse and worse and worse idea.
Oh, you knew that was going to happen.
I know, my body was shutting down. So we stayed up and we played a bunch of games with Dice Throne people and our Roxleyites, and it was great. And our Roxleyans, probably
Roxleyans.
Rocks for real.
Yeah, there it is.
It was great. We had so much fun. It was fantastic time. The pizza was great.
No, I wanted more.
It was like, honestly, that was worth everything. Staying
Absolutely.
up, being a
great
part
conversations. Great time to just make to better friendships.
I mean, legit. Like the things that we try to do with LTN were made perfect in those moments, right? And so, anyway, then they all went to bed at about midnight-ish, midnight 30 at the latest for most of them, and then it was us and Drake Finney.
And he doesn't sleep.
He hates to sleep.
He hates it. So it was like, it was great.
Our bodies were shutting down. and his was revving up.
I want it to be known that I actually felt pretty good.
You lie. I was looking you in the eyes.
No.
This
I
is
was
good, Matt.
Conserving energy.
Don't you dare.
No,
don't you dare.
I felt just fine. I legit.
Guys, he is telling
we get to the airport.
stories
I'm gonna jump ahead here. Okay, we get to the airport. The first thing we see when we get there is this man.
Hold on. Wait. Before we get there,
go ahead.
we reserved our Uber for 2:30. At 2:15, I get a notification that says, "Hey, your Uber's
I'm on
there."
my way.
We literally walk 15 steps out the front. The woman canceled the ride. And so we had to wait for another person to get there. That guy gets there 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
Basically immediately. We're already 15 minutes early. Thought we were gonna have to wait forever. Traffic, what have you?
Because at 2:30, it's a city that never likes to sleep or whatever.
Yeah, Boston is for lovers. And so we got there. We got to we got to the airport at 2:30. Just for whatever it's worth, nobody shows up. If you're flying Southwest, at least nobody shows up to check you in until 3 a.m.
Well, and I even looked online. It was like, expect them to show up 120 minutes before the first flight. And I was like, oh no. I didn't tell you that. We were already at the airport at that point. It's too late.
Thanks for nothing. I was snapping. So.
Old news. Okay.
Anyway.
And there's a lot of great stuff to this story. Bubba was able to procure a copy of Frosthaven at... he was even going to tell you about that. Bubba was able to procure a copy of Frosthaven at the convention. And it fit in his suitcase. It absolutely fit in his suitcase. And I was shocked. And I was like, is it going to be too heavy? He's like, oh no, it's going to be fine. It's only this and clothes. And I was like, okay, cool. No problem. So we get into the airport. The very first thing we see is this man. I'll say he was a cowboy because I think he absolutely was a cowboy. He was in a wheelchair. He didn't need a wheelchair. And he was like,
for what he was doing, he needed it.
He was like doing tricks. Like he was balancing on like the two wheels. Like
he was so good.
He was so good. I was shocked. Like he was like weaving in and out of like the barricade things, like in and out, like all around, like everywhere. Until finally a security guard comes up to him and says, you can't do that. And he's like, come on, man. It's 2:30 in the morning. There's no one here.
So mad. He was so mad.
I was disappointed because it was like, that was what was keeping me going at that point. Pastor Savage, good morning. We're just recalling some tales of poor decisions on our part this past week. You have that skill. Maybe this guy worked at a hospital as well, because he legit was like, he was all over the place until he got in trouble. So,
I mean, like, let's kind of break that down because it was super impressive. He wasn't just like, whoa, back and forth. Like he was steady as a rock.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
And he was going up and down like the aisle that you walk through to kind of get to the check-in. Like he was going in and out of the stanchions.
Yeah.
It was gnarly.
All over the place. I loved it. Until
at one point there was a lady that was walking by because we were all just kind of like, waiting for the kiosks to open. And this lady was walking by and he kind of like pulls up in front of her. He said, did you see this?
I thought they knew each other. And he was like trying to like, I don't know, juke her or something like that. Like he was like, weep, boop, weep, boop. And I was like, does he know this lady? And like, he didn't know this lady.
She was not having it, man. Like she was 3:00 in the morning at Boston Airport.
She was not in for it. I was like, I thought they knew each other and he was like just messing with her, but he was just messing with her just because he could.
Dude.
With his wheelchair on two wheels, balancing right in front of her. Hey, so we sit down there for a while. We snap for a little while, play a little Marvel Snap, because that's what you do when you have time and you're trying to waste some time. And we get up to, it finally all opens up. People show up and we go and go to check in, like, drop our bags off, because you're flying Southwest. You have 2 free bags and Bubba has Frosthaven. Like, do you have any way of just showing you with the Frosthaven box right now? Is that too much? Yo, thank you. You just knew. You just knew I wanted it. There he is. So there's the Frosthaven box just before he packed it in his suitcase. And we get up there, and first off, there's some error where we're saying our flight's delayed, and I'm like, I'm gonna miss my connecting flight. Like, this is like, I'm gonna miss my next flight for sure. I only have a few minutes anyways. Turns out it was just 4 minutes. Thankfully, it all worked out. We had to stand in line. I was really sweaty. We go to check in our bags, and Bubba's bags, his one bag is 8 pounds too heavy. 8 pounds. And in my brain, me at an airport, I'm panicked. I'm like trying to hurry up because people are behind me, and maybe that's just me, but like I would have taken anything out of the bag, anything else out of the bag, that because 8 pounds is not a lot. I would have taken anything out of the bag except Frosthaven. That would have stayed in the bag because I would not have wanted to carry that around the airport. What does Bubba do in his anger? He takes Frosthaven out, zips the bag up, and slams it down. He's like, "There you go." And, he didn't say it like that, but I could tell he was frustrated. And then I look and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I was 8 pounds over." And I was like, "What? Why did you take the game out?" He's like, "I can't take 8 pounds of clothes out." I'm like,
"That's all my clothes.
Shove it in your bag." Clothes like shrink, like you squeeze them.
My clothes
so he's walking around this airport through TSA all the way to our gate, holding this box right here, getting on the plane. It's heavy. That box is 26 pounds.
26 pounds.
It's a heavy game. I know the last one was 23. I know this one's heavier. How heavy is Frosthaven? 27. Oh, okay. Here it has a shipping weight of over 30 pounds.
Oh my gosh. It felt every ounce of 30 pounds.
He's walking through the airport all the way to the gate with this massive box in a backpack. I'm like, I have to imagine like you hadn't slept and this like just wasn't a great idea for you. Like you
toast.
You didn't know. I'm like,
I was toast.
This is like, what? Why? So we walk there. The coffee shops are closed. And there's nothing open. We get all the way to our gate, and I'm like, I'm sleeping. We have like freaking an hour and a half or more before we
skipped over the part where this thing just screamed like butter through TSA.
They didn't stop him.
The easiest thing that has ever gone through TSA in my entire life is this freaking box. And here's the deal. I have been stopped for a pack of cards.
I know. This thing has
like a deck of cards because it might be a bomb. This thing
has 27 punch boards in it, by the way. This box does.
I think it was because it was sealed.
It was sort of sealed. One side was sealed.
It was sealed-ish. Yeah, well, we were talking about like, TSA is gonna do a live unboxing of Frosthaven.
They should have.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow. That would have been great. That'd have been content.
It would have been, but they probably. I was thinking about that. I'm not sure they would have let you record them doing that. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works.
I don't know.
So we get to the gate, and I find a comfy couch to sleep on. Bubba watches a show or something, whatever Bubba does.
What's I doing?
I don't know. You were watching or listening to something, and you didn't even attempt to try to like.
Oh, I listened to my church's Sunday sermon. That's what I did.
Oh, look at you! Look at you go.
It was a banger.
So I sleep for a bit. I wake up with my glasses on the floor. Glad they didn't get stepped on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were.
You were on a curly couch.
I was on a curvy couch. I slept on the wrong side. I tried to sleep on the wrong side to start, and then I found the right side, and it worked out really well. Glasses on the floor. Glad they didn't get stepped on. It was kind of a, not a super trafficked area. Bubba and I get on the plane. I thought for sure you're going to sit next to me. You went right on back. Did you get an outside seat? I didn't even see where you sat.
So here's what happened, Matt. There was literally, this is how tired I was. One person like weaseled their way in front of me in the line, and I checked her ticket, and she was one person behind me, but she just decided she needed to be right in front of me. And she was shorter than me, and you're wearing a bright red sweater. There are a lot of things that I should have kept eyes on you, no problem. Yeah. I lost you completely.
Oh, you lost me. Okay.
I mean, completely. Maybe I couldn't see you over Frosthaven because you better believe I was carrying that sucker onto the plane. And so,
how did it fit in the overhead bin?
like a glove.
I thought so because it's about
Like
the size of it's about the size of like one of those carry-on rollers.
It was an absolute home alone situation.
Come in,
sure.
Pastor Savage. I got to put this thing on now. I have some mobility in my wrist, only up and down. I'm not supposed to like rotate it yet, but I'm allowed to take it off and shower. I'm allowed to take it off and like try to flex it. I was going to show you all.
Ooh, a live unboxing of your arm here?
Yeah.
I think so. I think absolutely that's what happened because I don't even think I'm going to open it. We'll get to that in a little bit. Whoa.
No, you can't see anything. It's a little bright.
I see your scar.
Yeah, there's some scars there. So I have like this much movement up and like that much movement down before it starts to hurt.
Wow.
So it's I'm gonna have physical therapy.
Wow.
Basically Frosthaven's like it has like the thing is absolutely jam packed. And if you have not played a Gloomhaven or Frosthaven, like it's not just like a quick unboxing. Like it is a whole day affair of like organizing and punching and like I said, 27 punch boards.
Gloomhaven does not fit back in the box.
Oh, really?
No,
it's true. Well, and I had to have like a little file accordion for all the map pieces for Gloomhaven and Frosthaven. Like just it made organization easier, but you actually can close the lid. So
I have those boxes too, but they're outside of the box.
Wait, what box?
Those little plastic boxes? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh. I mean, I did that for Gloomhaven. I didn't do it for Frosthaven.
No. We'll come back to Frosthaven in just a second.
Yep.
So yes, I lost you. Anyway, back to
yeah.
Yes, a live re-breaking. Absolutely, Wasabi. I lost you. Between me and you, one person, little lady.
It was gone. Yeah, it was over.
You might as well have teleported.
I sat right in the front row and I loved it.
I saw it. Well, after I passed you, I literally did a double take. Like, where did he go? You were already 4 rows back, and I was like, "Well, I'm not going backwards with this box."
Every one of my flights, I've sat in the front row. Like my past 4 flights, I'm like, I'm sitting right in the front. I don't care. Like sometimes I'll sit in the middle between 2 people. Sometimes I'll sit on the edge by myself.
Yep,
it's fine.
No, I put it. I sat down. I sat right on the wing, that was the move for me that day. That was the move for me.
Right there.
I mean, right on the wing. Like not even like the picturesque 1 row behind the wing, so you get the good angle. Right on the wing, like on the jets, and the thing just hummed me to sleep, dude.
You went to sleep.
I slept like a freaking baby.
I tried to. I did sleep for probably 40 minutes, but I was afraid I was going to miss the coffee. And,
I absolutely missed the coffee.
I missed it the first time through. I'm thinking if it's this flight, one of the flights, I missed it when he came through. And he was like, took everyone's order and came back. And he's like, "Hey, do you want a drink?" I was like, "Coffee, please." Absolutely. So I got coffee both times. Like it's pretty good. So then I slept 40 minutes that flight. I did make my flight.
That's almost the whole flight.
It was like an hour and some minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe less. Maybe it was only 20 minutes. I don't know, but I was out for a little while. And then I slept for probably another 40 minutes on the next flight. I had to run to my gate because it was not right there, and it was.
Oh, I never saw you again. I gave you one of these on the plane as you were deep.
And I had to like book it to the other side of the airport basically because I had my next flight was boarding in like 10 minutes, and I had to go. And I was an A group, so I had to get there quick. Gotta make use of that. I slept 40 minutes on the next flight. Did you fall asleep on the next flight?
Absolutely, I did, Matt. I slept so much on that flight. The first flight, I slept so much on the second flight. During just. The thing that put me to sleep was the Hunger Game movies.
Oh, big fan.
Yeah, Mockingjay 1 and 2. If you need to go nanites, like you just put on those movies. Not that they're boring, but like I don't know. I was borderline interested, but I was far enough removed from the actual storyline that I didn't have to stay engaged. I don't think I had. I think I had like good intentions of staying awake. And I tricked myself, and then I let myself close my eyes, and I really liked it. And then I didn't open them again until I woke up.
Yep.
And so,
then I got home, and I ended up taking like 3 naps that day. I was really trying to power through. I was like, Erin and I hung out. Like she picked me up, and then we went for a brunch date. I went and bought a record. Like
You had a big
normal
day.
stuff. Went and picked up another friend at the airport. I came home
You
and I
had
was
a
like,
you had a thing, right? You had a wrist.
yeah, and then we ate, we bought a record, we hung out, we saw my sister at Starbucks, like went and picked up another friend at the airport. Aaron dropped me off. I got home and like with the kids, and I was like, here kids, here's some things I brought you, and like passed those out. And then I was like, well,
did that.
I've got to go to the hand doctor now. And then I went to the hand doctor and they're like, when was your surgery? And I was like, April 24th. And he's like,
What year?
what?
Yeah.
It was like April. I was like, oh no, February. I'm sorry. I didn't sleep last night. I don't know what month it is. He's like, oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
So,
days ago. Absolutely.
yeah, it was just a little bit ago. I ended up taking like 3 naps that day though. I really tried to power through, but it didn't work out for me.
When I got home, Matthew, because I had to drive an hour and a half from Austin,
Right.
stick, and so I had to be like awake.
You had to be on it. Yeah.
And
It's
that
good for you.
helped. I
Yeah.
stopped at P. Terry's, got a burger.
I don't know what P. Terry's is, but I guess it's the burger
like
place.
Austin In and Out. Okay.
Okay.
And it was fantastic. Got a burger, got some fries, got a lemonade, headed home. Everything was great. Things were fine. It was wonderful. I got home. I actually was feeling pretty good when I got home. Talked to Anna, talked to Caleb, hugged PJ. Maybe I did. No, he was asleep. And as she was talking to me, I laid down and I started nuggling up to a pillow.
It's over.
And she was talking to me a little bit, and then she was like, I think I'll stop talking to you now. And I said, thank you. And Matt, that was at like 2:30, maybe.
PM?
Hmm?
Okay.
The next time I opened my eyes, it was 10:30 p.m.
Wow. Look at you. I took like 3 20-minute naps, and I think I went to bed at 11:30 p.m.
No, I made it happen. And then like Anna, because she was getting in bed from Life Group, and I was like, I didn't know if she was getting up for the kids in the morning. I said, what
day are we?
what time is it? What day am I right now? And she's like, it's 10:30. And I was like, it's still today? And she laughed. And I was like, no, I'm like, I need to know, don't mess with me right now. Where are we at in time? And so anyway, I slept forever, dude. I slept all day.
Did you go back to bed?
Yeah,
Like right
absolutely.
then?
I went
Okay.
back. I got up, ate a pork chop, went back to bed.
Perfect 10:30 snack. Aaron, what's up?
I was starving.
Chad.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. White Fox, I think I am the reason. I'm one of the reasons why vinyl outsold CDs. I didn't realize that. I have been growing my vinyl collection for the past few years. I actually just got another one in the mail that I pre-ordered earlier, late last year. So
Zelda and Chill.
no, not Zelda and Chill. The Legend of Synthwave.
Oh, that's right. Still Game Chops, though, yeah?
It's still Game Chops, yeah. And it's
Okay.
super dope. It's like a one. It's a
Aaron.
double disc.
Aaron, how about a fully cooked pork chop?
Ooh.
I had to stop eating that pork chop because it wasn't cooked all the way through, and so I like my pork chops well done. Yeah, no medium rare in a pork chop.
Well, that was a little. We were just talking about those of you just joined us, Chad. I see you just came in. We were just explaining how we made poor choices this past weekend about not sleeping, and now my week is all mixed up because of it. I don't know what day it is. I keep thinking it's like a day
Thursday.
later or a day earlier than it is, because when you don't go to bed and your days are basically one day, who knows? Who knows what day it is anymore? I don't know. Who needs sleep? Chad was able to hang out with us one day at PAX East, and that was wonderful. Caffeine hung out with us as well. Caffeine's in the chat. Hello.
Why does Matt look like a baby today? That's a great question.
I just shaved my face down a little bit.
Oh, I told you I was going to do that.
Yeah, I said I don't believe you. I said to you, I don't believe you.
Well, I'm not doing it out of spite. Like I literally forgot I said that.
No, I don't believe you. And can we get you in here with some scissors, please?
She actually had the clippers out this morning, and I thought she was giving Caleb a haircut at like 8 o'clock, 7:30, something like that.
No, when you're ready for a quick haircut, you just know it. Aaron, I don't know why I'm looking at baby. Yeah, live shoot. She's coming in. Come on in. Are we doing this? Oh man, that would have been great.
Right?
And I don't
want that to happen right here.
No,
Maybe
I
if we,
do.
like, set up
I've
for
seen
it. I
you
don't-
glitter your beard before. I mean, why not?
Not right here.
Well, for those of you who have not been around for forever, one time Anna glittered Bubba's beard, and it was glorious.
I don't even
Merry
know if I have
Christmas.
that like readily available.
Merry Christmas. You probably don't know.
Get a garbage bag.
Get a garbage bag, yes. Put it over your body. Cut a little head hole out.
It is the best.
Hey, so we are going to talk about the games we played. Thanks for everyone for hanging out with us. We're going to talk about the games that we played and saw and potentially purchased at PAX East, at least as far as tabletop games go. We will talk more about the video game side tomorrow on the Free Play podcast.
Yes.
12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or is it Eastern Daylight? It's the Eastern Time.
Daylight time.
We're in daylight mode
Daylight
now?
savings. We're in daylight savings, right?
Yeah, did we already save it?
We're not standard. We're saving
We're
because
saving
we
it.
rolled back an hour. Remember?
Yeah, no,
we
we
roll
sprung. No, we sprung
fall-
forward.
spring
We sprung forward. Yeah.
We are in. I don't know.
Someone
where
in
we
the
are.
chat. Someone in the chat. Let us know what it is, okay? Because
Daylight spending time. There
Yeah.
we go. Got it. Got it.
I'll spoiler alert. We did not play Quacks because Bubba hates that game.
Hey, before we get too far into this, we just want to let you know about our sponsor.
I didn't
This
know you
little
had
bean
a
of mine.
mug.
What, yeah, you don't have a mug?
No, I have Mando mug. Hey, Mando. Hey, Mando. Yeah, seriously.
Hey, no
check
spoilers,
it.
okay? Some of us haven't watched this week's
Oh
episode.
man, you all need to
That's
watch.
why
this
Matt has
episode.
this mug, by the way. Gwen, thank you so much. Thank you for letting us know. Hey, seriously, this
Thank you.
littlebeanofmine.com. Go check them out. We, Matt and myself, we are drinking easily the best
This
cup of
is the way.
coffee on the website. And that is the Matt and Bubba in the Morning Blend, which is the show that you're watching. Matt and Bubba in the Morning. Beard Bros. Beep, 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 beep. You want to make sure that you can get this mug. It has a top and a straw that comes with it, a cork bottom. It's obviously insulated and metallic. But this show here is brought to you by this little bean of mine. Go ahead and check them out. They got wonderful,
They'll do it. There we
wonderful
go.
coffee. Single origin. They've got some small batch stuff. They've got stuff that you can get year round, like whatever you want. Light roast, medium roast, dark roast. They have got it, and you're going to want to go and check them
Matt
out.
and Bubba is a blended coffee. That was sort of an accident when it was first made.
Hey,
But there's
so
no
are
accident.
we, okay?
Yeah. So, well, I absolutely was.
Same.
But it's delicious.
It's so good.
Yeah, very good. So,
I say this every time. It's the best cup of freaking coffee that I've ever had.
a happy
And-
accident. There you go.
I drink it. I drink it just black. You can't see it.
No, I don't actually think you're drinking
Look
it.
how-
It's like,
look how dark
it's
it
like,
is.
It's like when
I'm gonna
people
pour my
do
keyboard out.
pastors do communion up on stage and they're like, and here's the wine. Like there's nothing in the cup. They're just like faking it because they don't want to slosh it all over. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Down
slosh it all
here.
over. But yeah, do yourself a favor and get yourself a bag, or they also do some sample sizes as well if you just want to try a few. But we have been drinking their coffee for a few years now, like since their birth.
Yeah. Since their
So,
inception.
Inception, that's probably a better way to put it.
I would say just get the 2.5 pound bag. Just be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Save yourself the trouble. Just buy all of it. Oh, so we played games at PAX. And so let's take some time to talk about some of the games
Absolutely.
that we played.
We played a lot.
and that
I need
we
actually
enjoyed.
now that I'm Bubba was like, what's the name of that game that we played? And we'll talk about it in a second here. I was like, oh, don't worry, I put it in my BG stats. I actually didn't put it in my BG stats, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so I don't want to say the first game that we played because that's inaccurate information. But
One
first
of the
game I wanna
games that we
talk
played.
about that we played is a game called Shifting Stones. And this is a game by Game Right, and it's really interesting, like how the game works. So you have these 9 tiles, and what you're trying to do is you're actually trying to get the configurations that are on the card by shifting. See what I did there? The stones around. And yeah, I blame Chad 100% for this because he bought this dumb game, and then I played it. Did we even finish playing it? I don't remember if we even finished.
I won.
We did. Okay.
I won.
Well, I remember it differently. we played it, and I immediately walked over to the dadgum Game Right booth and bought it and 2 other games. But what you do is each one of those tiles has another color on the other side of it, and in order to either flip a tile or swap 2 tiles, you have to spend a card. You only have 4 cards in your hand, and it plays at different levels. So Caleb and I played it yesterday, and for 2 players, it's the first person to get 10 cards down wins. And on each one of those cards is a point value.
Oh, 10 cards, not points like before.
10 cards down. We probably even played that incorrectly because it's 10 cards down.
Oh.
So once you get the cards down, then you add up all the points, and the person with the most points wins.
Okay.
Because you could have 3 cards down and you have 13 points.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think we played it right. I had a lot. I had a lot of cards.
I have a lot of questions. And you can also skip your turn to draw 2 cards.
Right.
And that basically gives you 2 extra actions that you can take. Because you have to play a card down in order to do those things.
I thought it was a pretty, like, we sat down and you were like,
all of it fits into the big square box, Sean.
You wanted to sit down, and I guess Chad kind of did it as well. Wanted to play that game, that Turing Machine. Turing machine.
Not touring, not tourist machine.
Turing machine. Turning machine. Turing machine. Anyways, you both want to play that. And I was like, I do not have the brain power to play that game and or teach it, because we had played it before. I mostly remember kind of how to play. But we decided to play this one instead. And I really appreciated this one. Wasn't a big brain burner. Yeah, Chad. Thank you, Chad. Big brain burner at the end of the day. So we sat down and we played a lot of like pretty easy to learn and play games. And this is one of them. And this one was definitely worth the play.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I went and freaking bought it.
Did you mention that those tiles are double-sided?
I did. Yep.
Okay,
there's a color on each one of them, and then you see that there's a card that shows you what's on each side. So this is a Mensa approved game, right? If you don't know what Mensa approved is, it's like this is going to make your brain smart. And so I got it with the idea that I wanted to buy games that I wanted to buy games that I could play with my kids.
Yeah.
And
then you got Frosthaven.
We didn't even talk about how I got Frosthaven. We'll come back to that. But like all the games that I like purchased for me to take home are games that I could play with my kids. Mm-hmm. And this is also like wonderful. Like those tiles, they're chunk boys. They're chunky.
They're like puffy paint or something like that.
Yeah, they're recessed too. So like, or raised, or however you want to see it. So like the darker parts of it are lower than the other parts. Mm-hmm. So it's got a nice
feels
tactile.
Good.
Yeah. But it plays really quick. Caleb picked up on it really well. I told him, I was like, hey man, if we played this game, like once a day, like during school, like when you're in the break, it's like, it's that quick, right? Like it's not going to take forever to play a game. And it's going to help. It's going to help the old think meat up here, the old gray matter, be a little bit better. So, yeah, man, this game is
it not out everywhere yet?
It was out at PAX. They had tons of them. Do you not see it?
I'm looking some more here. Oh, okay. Maybe it's on Amazon. Hold on.
Did you try the Google machine?
Yeah. Oh no, well, there it is. Okay, it is. It's like $18. So
I think I paid $15 for it.
Seems about right.
$15 or $16. Yeah. I paid more for the next game. And that next game from the same company is a game called Teeter Tower.
I saw this game a few times as we were walking around. And I was like, that looks interesting. That looks like it could be a lot of fun. Basic premise of the game is co-op. You have that big die there, this cube. Let's call it cube. It's not really a die. As your base, and you're trying to build up. You'll reach into a bag of dice, choose 4 at random, roll them, and then you have to choose a card to use with those dice you rolled. So blue, like let's say I grabbed blue. Blue can touch blue. Numbers can touch numbers. So you have to then build the tower up on that with those stipulations. So,
and if the number and the color like match on that, so like if you had a red 1 on a red board, you can actually hang that over like outside of the 1 area because it's able to be in both of them.
Yep.
And so you're just trying to create a base that's good enough to build up. It's reverse Jenga is what they were explaining it to me as. And then there are like these twisted tiles, the ones that have, you see the little dotted lines on them. That means that you have to turn it so that the edges match those dotted lines. And so
makes it a little bit more difficult. Now you're trying to get up and use all of your tiles. And I think in like we played 3-player. We played like what? Normal mode?
I mean, moral of the story, if you play with Chad, that thing's going to fall. And so
yeah, I'll blame Chad. We did not get that high. That's for sure. We got close. I think we had 4 or 5 tiles left. But once you start doing the twisted ones, like
that's a far 4 or 5 tiles. That's a long way away.
No, we put up a lot though. I would say maybe it's 3 or 4. We didn't have many left. Chad, I did not. I set up really nicely. Balancing games are my jam.
Don't you dare.
Big balance game fan.
Let's make it really like suspenseful. We were on the last tile.
Okay.
We were almost scraping the ceiling of the convention center.
And you were in there. Yeah, we're in there. Yeah, Chad, you did well. No, it was again like one of those games we didn't want something that was going to take a long time to learn. We didn't want a brain burner. And it played well. It is kind of like reverse Jenga in some regard. Like not reverse Jenga. It's kind of like Jenga in some regards. I think DJJ Shane said that. And yeah, looks like the way Jenga should have been designed. Yeah, it definitely has that Jenga type feel.
And it's co-op.
And it's co-op, which I really appreciated. Upside down Jenga with dice and colors and tiles.
So you're not like pulling dice out and setting them up. You're taking 4 dice, taking 4 dice out and you're rolling them. And then whatever numbers they are, like you take them randomly out of the bag. So the colors, you get 3 piles to choose from as far as the cards go. And so you get to kind of decide. They encourage talking about it and all
planning and all that.
Yeah.
This one, do you remember how much this one was?
It was more. I think it was like 23, 25, something like that.
Which there are a lot of
so many dice
in that game. Yeah, well.
So many dice.
My local game store is failing me.
Well, you got to go to, is your local game store Amazon?
It is now. $21 on Amazon.
That's about what I paid for it, I think.
That sounds about right.
But yeah, I mean, I would say like, check it out. I mean, I recommend it. It's a fun game. This guy loves teaching it. He's one of the designers. And so of course he does, but it was a great game. It was fun to play. And I mean, it's one of those ones that you could probably play a couple of games back to back.
Oh yeah. I think we did it twice, didn't we?
No, I played one time.
We played one time. Okay.
Yeah. Well. Because when it fell, I immediately got up, went to the restroom.
You're like, that's it. I'm done. I'm done here. I guess another one I would compare this to would be Rhino Hero.
Kind of similar, it's got a real Rhino Hero feel to it.
Yep, you're stacking up, but instead of having cards, you have dice.
Yeah.
So I like specific placement. But fun, not super big box as well, so you could travel with it.
Right.
You really could almost put everything in that dice bag.
Yeah, it's exactly like Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's super fast, and then you run to the bathroom. Yeah.
Okay, so next game. This is a game that I actually had the opportunity to pitch while we were at the Roxley booth, and it was a game that I knew almost nothing about before we started. And this game is called Skyrise by Roxley. And it's so good. I'm going to tell you about it, and it's a mechanic that I've never played before. It is a spiritual successor to the game Metropolis. And so in the same way that Brass Birmingham was the sequel to Brass Lancashire, which Roxley took on and then kind of reimagined. And then that thing shot all the way to the top of the charts.
Yeah, number one.
Birmingham was the number one game for a while on BGG. This game, Skyrise, I can foresee it doing something very similar. It is an area bidding game where each player has a bunch of sky rises, those pieces right there that you can see. These skyscrapers, these really small to tall buildings, and each one has a number on the bottom of it. And you're trying to put them down in different spaces, and you're bidding so that you can get these little discs that are in those areas so that you can score points at the end of the game. This is I would say it's like a midweight Euro. So if you're used to that kind of stuff, like that kind of indirect player conflict, this is going to be your jam. Now, we taught this game for 4 days, right? Like we pitched it to people for 4 days.
You did. I didn't. I wasn't invited to the table.
We at Roxley pitched that, for 4 days. You were absolutely not invited to that table. Yeah. I think there were 3 or 4 people out of the 95,000 volunteers that Roxley had that could pitch it. And people, I'm going to be real with you. Like if I'm walking by, I'm going to peep it. I'm not stopping. I'm just going to peep it a little bit, and then I'm probably moving on. There were so many people that stopped by.
It's true.
What is this? How does that? And like it was wonderful. So getting to pitch it, and then finally on the night that we stayed up till about 30 in the morning,
not sleeping. I mean,
we played this, and I don't want to brag or anything, but your boy won.
And Bubba won in a way that was like, I'm gonna call it very mean. It was a mean win.
No.
Hold on. So I didn't play with you all, but I caught the end of the game. So you're playing this game. It was probably a couple hours, right? Ish.
Oh yeah,
a couple hour game.
I think it was about an hour and a half.
It's down to the very end, and one of the young ladies there, I don't know how many games she plays in life, but gets to the very end of the game, and she's like,
she was 1,000 times better at pitching this game than I was, by the way.
Well, that's probably why she should have won. So she's like, I won. You did it. And like there was much excitement. Everyone was like, yeah, good job. You did it.
I was excited for her.
Yeah. Bubba was excited. And then suddenly Bubba was like, oh, what do we have here? I have one more thing I should play at the very end of the game.
She was beating me by 2 points.
Yeah. Here's 4 points I just got. Huh. Where did that come from? And so like you can see this this joyful like exuberance just kind of like drain from her face, and she's like, oh.
She was big mad. I mean, like it was glorious.
Well, good. I'm really proud of you. You don't usually win games.
No, I don't. I knew. I played Matt's card right here. Like I complained the whole game.
Oh, that's how you do it right there.
Yeah. And I even lulled myself.
Never get anything.
I lulled myself into a false sense of security, or insecurity, I should say. And so, and then I came back. I thought that Aaron Hine won because that dude, he took like, at the end, he played it perfectly. And he took like 4 turns in a row, because you can do that where you're the only person that can play because of the way that the bidding works. And he just ran the table. I was like, oh, well, this was fun. What a great game. People like to play, I guess, ? And so, but then it came down to the scoring, and it was like, all right, this is a real game. Everything's really tight too. I think that we were all within probably 10 or 11 points of each other,
or 2,
which is or two. But it was really good. It was really good.
I would like to play it sometime.
So you can go to Roxley, ROXLEY. Matt's going to put it in the chat. ROXLEY.com. Matt will even go get the link for you for Skyrise.
I'm working on it.
He's doing the whole thing right now. And it's on backer kit right now.
I only have one hand, okay?
I would say it's like I'm not giving you the full pitch. It's $95 for the whole thing. It's a 3D resin modular board. All of those buildings are going to be unique sculpts. It is gorgeous. It's such a good game. I will, at some point, this game will live in my house. I don't know what else to tell you. Because I think that I can find, a lot of times I have games and I'm like, I don't know who's going to play this with me. I have no idea. I know people that will play this one with me. Oh, Joe's mama?
Joe's mama, Angie daddy.
Angie's daddy.
Yeah.
But you can go and back that. The late backer is open. Kickstarter is done.
Yep.
I've not played Foundations of Rome, but I've heard a lot of people said that.
Yeah, I've not played it either, but I can see how it would be similar. Yes.
So for non-board game players, the Euro games, they have indirect player conflict, right? Like I'm not trying to grind you into a fine powder and you're not trying to demolish me and make me wish I was never born, right? Like we're against each other, but we're not fighting. Literally, the whole point is to build a skyrise, right? You're building this floating city in the clouds, sky rise, plus you're building tall towers, sky rise. It's a double entendre. I really like that. But yeah, I mean, it's magnifique. So just go buy it. I think the last game, no, second to last game. We got two more games here.
Couple more games to play. Two
more games. Matt, I'm gonna let you talk about this one.
Okay. Oh, hey, can you let me read that for me? So back at, let's see here. I guess I'll say Essen, but I think it even started before that because the game Scout is also from this company, Oink. They make these very small box games, and my heart is just drawn to these very small box games. And it's honestly one of the first places I looked for when we got there. Like, is Oink here? Let's go find out if Oink's here. And it turns out they were not. But there was are they a local game shop? Is Battleground? There's probably a local game shop there.
It's local to the Boston area.
Yeah, they were there and they were selling a bunch of games. They had a whole section of Oink games. And for me, this one just kind of spoke to my former barista heart because it's about remembering orders.
It's the most bonkers idea for a game.
Yeah.
Like the way that it is on the website is forgetting things is ... fun? Interrobang? Yeah.
So it is a cooperative game. You will
the game is called.
Go ahead. The game is called Order Overload. Yeah, Order Overload Cafe.
I forgot to mute the sound. I'm sorry. But yes, say it again.
Order Overload Cafe.
Overload Cafe. I could not say that. I could not do it.
You can't say it? Go ahead, try it.
I couldn't say it. I couldn't. I said it really slow. Order Overload Cafe. Okay, I'm getting used to it.
So on your turn, there's going to be, I think there's like 7 tiles you're working through. You'll see in the picture, maybe more than that. It is cooperative. On the first tile, you will just take 3 cards. 3 cards, and one person will read all of the orders, and it might be like cafe latte, hot tea, hot coffee, iced coffee, banana. Like tuna fish sandwich, like all of these things you might find at a cafe or coffee shop.
Or what was it? What was one of the weird ones?
I don't. There was quite a few.
Room temperature milk or something like that.
Yeah, your room temperature coffee or something like that. Yeah. But anyways, you go through and you read through the cards you have available, and as you get through levels, you start adding you basically add the first round's 3, next round's 6, and then 9, and then 12. Like if you're playing 3 players, so you keep going up. So after you read through the cards, you deal them out like evenly amongst everyone, and then in turn you go through and you try to remember something that was in the order, like this long order. So if it comes to me, I would say hot coffee, and then if either Bubba in this case, or Chad had hot coffee, they would lay it down on the table. And then it would go to Chad, and Chad would say, banana. And if Bubba or I had banana, we'd lay that down. You go until everyone basically, either the cards are done and you've gotten all the cards, or everyone has missed a guess. Because once you miss a guess and you say, iced coffee and it was hot coffee, then you lost. You flip your little token over and you're mad, sad, or dead. I can't tell which it is. Again, like, not a super complicated game, and a lot of these Oink games, I appreciate they're not super complicated games. They're a small box. Usually you can play up to 6 players. 7 levels. There you go. And I think it was kind of just what we needed. Now, I will also say, I kind of carried these two guys.
Oh, you absolutely
I kind of did.
Absolutely.
Because they weren't getting it. So they would get out, and I would have to remember like 3 to 5 items from this order.
Sometimes way more than that.
And sometimes more than that, and I would power through, and usually I would get them. So I feel pretty good about that. It's just
if it wasn't hot coffee,
you're out.
I was out.
You're out.
Matcha tea.
Oh, right. That's right. What Chad said. So when 2 players empty their hands, if it's for a 3-player game, so you would have to get all of them, but you get a lot of them. So,
and if you were out, your cart, like if I said hot coffee and there was no hot coffee out there, I would have to, like, I can't say anything, but my cards are still available to
be taken. Yeah, or they're part of the order still.
And you can't say the cards in your hand, what you think would be like, oh, okay, that's helpful. It's not.
No, not helpful.
Because they're the only ones you remember.
You're the only ones you remember. Like, all right, I'm going to remember these 4. I got them in this order. And then you get all 4 of those in your hand. You're like, well, it's over now. We're done.
We tried.
Yep, we really tried. But I think if for a quick, small, like you can fit in your back pocket game, like it's fun. Like it is stressful in a weird way, but it's working on that gray matter, working on those memory skills.
Oink does good. Like, honestly, I want to own all of them.
Me too. And I had to resist from buying more. I only bought this one. It's like one of the few games I bought this past weekend.
I bought Durian, but I didn't buy it for me. I bought it for Asia.
I need it. It's at my house. I need to get that to Asia. Asia, if you're watching, I'll get it on over to your house ASAP.
I don't think they're back yet.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Well,
it is kind of overcooked-ish a little bit, but
it's not
timed.
So. Yeah, it's not timed, so you can actually like look at the people next to you staring at you like, what are you, an idiot? Why can't you remember any of these drinks?
Just say the one in my hand.
Yeah, just say the one, please. Get these cards out of my hand. But we've talked about Oink games a couple times now here on this show, and really, like, they do right. They do the right thing with their games, and everyone, it's the same size box, but everyone is different. And it's kind of like in that same vein of like Tiny Epic games where like, I can't believe they jammed all this in a small box. Like, there's so much going on here. And they're all good games.
We didn't even talk about the special ability. Like,
everyone has a special ability, like discard a card from your hand, or tell everyone the first letter of one of your orders, or something like that, like something weird like that. Like, they're not super helpful, but they are an ability.
The first letter is helpful. The last letter is not.
It is.
No, because coffee, latte.
Well, right, but
lemonade.
when you all asked me mine, it was the first letter was H and the last letter was A, and you're like,
my brain was off. I was like, there's nothing in the world begins with H and ends with E, except hot tea.
Yeah, hot tea. You didn't get it.
Well, it's not my fault because it sounds like it ends in an E, and so
hot tea.
Hot tea.
So that is Order Overload Cafe from
Oink. You better than me? Did you say that?
Wait, hot tea. Horchata. See, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Where were you on that one? Super fun.
I bet he binged it. All right. Last but not least.
Didn't bing it. Oh,
Excalibur.
This is the one photo we have to show you all. And
we played it multiple times.
We did.
This is a game that doesn't exist. Okay.
I mean, it's in Derek's hand here.
It is in Derek's hand, yeah.
So it does exist technically, but there's only one copy that exists that we know of.
Yes.
See,
Which
hot cocoa. Thank you.
Stop, guys. You're making me look bad for my friends here. They are kind of Pog-esque, but the idea here is you are trying to have Excalibur, this token, at the end of the game. And what you're going to do is you're going to be playing tokens and moving tokens around and drawing from the middle of the pile.
Avalon.
Avalon, there we go. And everything is face down.
Right. There's a pile of tokens in the middle, and everyone has at least 4 in their possession. Everyone will play a token on their turn upside down. Like everyone plays simultaneously, and then you flip over.
Reveal mechanic. Yeah.
Reveal mechanic. There's a first player marker, so that technically was like where the order of operations would start going. Except if there's a character, and you can see here with that one with the gold there. I think is that Merlin. I'm going to suppose that's Merlin.
That's Merlin for sure. This game is called Excalibur.
Yeah, so they have abilities that happen. Either they like make people discard their card, or they make you trade hands with the person, or change your tokens with the person next to you, or
so for instance, our friend Merlin, right? And there's a whole page that explains all this stuff, and in the rules it'll say all that as well. But what Merlin does is he forces everybody, or he forces whoever has Excalibur to reveal it. That's all he does. Just show it. Let's see who has it. And if nobody has it, you know it's in the middle. Or if somebody has it, you obviously know who has it. And characters always go first.
Yep.
So then if you have to resolve other things that are like switch 2 of your chips with 2 of another person's chips, then everybody just starts going after the person who has Excalibur.
And then you just have no idea who has it at. You have a general idea, but you're like, oh, so-and-so took it. I know they did, but they probably didn't, or it ended up in the middle.
Yeah.
Did we say who this game was by?
This is by Manny Tremblay.
Yes.
It doesn't have a publisher or anything like that.
It's not officially out yet.
Manny, who does the art for Dice Throne, also helped to co-create Dice Throne, game development and all that stuff. Also helped with Wonderland's War. Has done
art for Radlands.
I mean, yeah, Radlands. Just so many other things. Like,
yeah,
Manny's a guy. Like he's a guy in this industry.
Chad, it is kind of love letter ish. Like in my brain though, I prefer this more because
100%.
There's more of like this reveal mechanic. There's more of like this. Not like with love letter. Like if you have the princess and you're found out, like you're done.
Yeah.
Like that's your turn. You're gone. And then it's also, like a fight to get to the highest number.
Love letter has like an initiative, like a number initiative kind of a thing, right? Isn't that how love letter works?
Oh no, it's on your turn. You draw a card and play a card. So the numbers only matter at the end of game. Like whoever has the highest number, typically you want the princess, but the princess doesn't have a power. And like, once you're found out with the princess, like you're out. So because if you ever have to discard the princess, you're done. Like you're out of the game. So,
but with this, so Excalibur is the princess.
Yes.
And I mean, honestly, you can end this game with nobody having Excalibur, because the way the game ends is if you cannot, like if there are less chips than there are people, and you have to draw.
Avalon. Yeah, to draw.
In Avalon. And so it's really great. Loved it. Played it with some absolute sweats on second to last night. And that was the way to play. And so this is Derek Funkhauser's hand, because he took a picture of it. And the beauty of that was we had played this a couple of times before. We were talking with Manny about it. He was asking, what do we think about the game? And we do the thing because we're freaking Goombas where we play the game once and then we have all of the things to say about it. Hey, here's what you should have done, blah, 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 which you can't really know after one game.
That's true.
That's just when you get together in this kind of an environment with game developers, that's what happens. And so we were talking about some stuff, and after this particular play, Derek was like, wow, this this could be the next green team wins.
Mm-hmm.
And I leaned in and whispered a very sweet nothing into Manny's ear and said, "That's exactly what I told you the other night." So
I wasn't lying.
yeah.
Yo, thanks for that raid.
Thanks for that raid.
Welcome. Welcome. We're just chatting about Derek's hand here in a game called Excalibur that we played this past weekend at PAX East.
Yeah,
and it was great. It was wonderful, and I am ready to play it again.
Yeah, and so I mean, if you catch us at a con, I actually need to send Manny a message. He's going to send me the print and play, and then I'll get those. Nice. I'll get those chips, those little tokens. What are they called? Little token
capsules.
Capsules.
Token
there
holders?
we go. I'll get the capsules.
So these, the potentially this is kind of like they're working out what it would actually be. Yeah. He's hoping for like some type of heavyweight chips that
he wants chips, man.
People rub it on the table, and you're not gonna like rub off the image because it's a little raised around the edges.
Yeah.
This is just little capsules that have these, for lack of a better word, pogs inside them.
So he's going for like affordability, but it has to be. Here's the rub on this, right? Like it has to be a high enough price point that people will actually buy it, and a low enough price point that people will actually buy it.
Yeah.
And so if it's too cheap, he's like, it might as well just be a deck of cards. And he doesn't want it to be a deck of cards.
No, I don't want it to be a deck of cards either.
Mm-mm. Because then you lose the Avalon aspect. Then you're just drawing off your discard pile.
Yeah. And with with the Avalon middle area where all the tokens are, like you can mix them up.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was real fun.
Hey, let's just pause here for a second. Kit Livingstone, what were you playing? What are you up to? What brought you to us?
Livingstone. Yeah, let's give him a shout out here.
Yeah.
So, Kits.
I believe in you.
Livingstone. Let's see if that does it.
We will not be at Knoxville Fanboy Expo. I didn't even know that was a thing, but potentially people from LTN will be there. We have people from LTN that are in the Knoxville area playing the Hunter Call of the Wild. I've heard.
Nice. Did I not do it right?
I don't know what you did.
Oh, you'll be there as vendors.
Oh.
What do you vend?
What do you vend? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Hey, vend to me.
I'm gonna try this again.
I believe in you one more time. How about that? While you do that, I'm gonna grab coffee.
Oh, boom, got him. Wood engravers. That's fantastic. I love that. We actually we have a partnership with tabletop makers, and they do a lot of like wood cutting and engraving. And so, man, I got mad respect for people that do that stuff because, man, it's so great. I have things, I don't even see where they are. Stuff on my oh, here we go. Stuff on my desk moves around a lot. But this is pretty worn down, but they put our logo on these here coasters, which is pretty dope. What's the name of your company? Is it Livingstone Engraving? Just gonna go ahead and guess that's what it is. Ale House. I'm gonna guess that's Ale House. AELHAUS. Let's see if that's it. Home decor items. Oh yeah. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Check this stuff out. That's pretty cool. Let's give you a little extra.
That's awesome.
A little extra shouty here.
Am I yelling?
Yeah, you want to put your headphones on there, my guy?
I'm just
because I can hear myself.
My ears are sweaty. Hold on. I was just hoping that I didn't have to anymore.
The second one?
I'm trying to quit.
What glow? This? Speak friend and enter? Let's click. Let's peep it.
Oh.
Oh.
Whoa, that is awesome. What? I'm sorry. Tell me about
you
how it
do
does
that.
that. Yeah.
How
Tell me
does
more
it
about
does
that,
that?
please. Just like you don't have to give me like the secrets exactly, but like, is this blacklight? Is this magic? Is this like
where's the
is this like fish blood that you like drip in there? It glows. Just tell me. Just tell me. UV and glow resin. That is incredible.
glow resin? So you have to cook it. You gotta like shine the light on it.
I
That's sick.
love that.
Matt, I need to borrow $165. Don't ask why. I'm good for it, okay?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That is crazy. Charges with sunlight.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Pastor Savage, I also found cool stuff, a cool site with stuff like this, and I'm on it right now.
You need to borrow the same amount? Okay, yeah, the checks are in the mail, everybody. Don't worry.
Okay,
Is
good, yeah.
cashier check okay? You want
Do you have anything else that does that?
Walmart gift cards? Okay.
I mean, I would imagine that you could do it with anything. That is so cool.
Search gospel to see some.
Gospel. I know about that.
Oh, check is great. Okay, yeah.
For those of you coming in, get out. For those of you coming in, we're a faith-based organization as well.
Oh,
Does this glow? No, that doesn't glow. What am I missing here?
What?
Did you find it?
Yeah, not the glowing. I just like am. This is like very detailed, small. It's incredible.
Yeah, well, it's all done by hand. Does this glow too? You can make everything glow. Oh, you can't make everything glow. Well, come on, you gotta believe in yourself.
Hey, caffeine, give us one break, okay? I'm not shopping. Look at this.
Listen, yeah, caffeine. Hey, you think you can meet us in person and then be really nice and then come and bash us on the internet? I don't think so.
You're right. You can do that. Absolutely, you can.
Yeah, better macro image. Hey, it's okay. Look,
We know it is. Enhance.
that's awesome.
Oh, you didn't hijack our stream. This is kind of like what we do. We look at stuff. So
No, you did, but thank you so much.
okay, yes. Thank you for hijacking our stream. How about that?
I love this.
This is super cool. So you're a vendor
You have my
at
heart.
Fanboy Expo, which I had never even heard of Fanboy Expo.
Did you say, Matt, you're going to be at Fanboy?
No, are you?
No, isn't that how we got started? They said that we'll
No,
be
I'm
at-
not. No, they asked if we were going to be.
Oh, got it.
No, I will not be. I have
Ain't
a busy.
nobody mad.
I have a busy April. Ain't nobody mad. Not
Anna, did
yet.
you see this thing?
At least it isn't more board games to sit on the shelf. Ooh, burn.
Hey, listen, I feel both seen and attacked by that statement.
Hey, come on.
Anna, did you see this thing? Look, Anna, it glows. Anna, it glows.
You have to speak friend though.
I don't remember the word.
Merlock.
Texas.
That's friendship. Yeah, absolutely.
That is gnarly. I gotta stop looking at this, or else.
It's like a portal, sucks you in. That's so cool. Well, how long have you been doing stuff like this? I did see it, yes.
Man, it'd be really cool if we got our logo and it glued.
Oh, glued.
Glowing?
Yeah, glued.
Glowed?
3 years. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Maybe now they don't want to do it. Yeah, because we can't say we don't know.
Gloud. It could
A
gloud.
sense of glow.
Gloud.
It's glue. It has to be glue, right?
Glued.
We can do that. All right, let's talk. Let's talk. Here, I'm gonna put.
Just go ahead and chat right there. It looks like there's a little chat bubble there at the bottom right corner.
That's my email address, bubba@lovethynerd.com. Let's chat. Let's get this thing going.
Oh, I would buy that. Okay.
I know you would. But what am I?
I mean, I would guess that many people would buy that.
Many a people.
Well,
hey, thank you guys so much for stopping by and for raiding like
thanks
this.
For the raid. Thanks for hanging out. Read the poem.
There is a door that beckons. Oh, Matt, you do it. Can you read it?
Yeah, there is a door.
Hold on.
Not that. Now I'll do it myself. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry. Okay,
I'll do it myself. Just give me a second. I want to just click it on my own screen. There is a door that beckons all. Speak, friend, and enter in. Speak, friend, and enter in to realms beyond these mortal walls that cage the brazen life within. It calls in voice long familiar, yet with adventure still untold. Broken shadows now made clearer. That which was lost, but always known. This realm so bound in parchment gate seeks not the real to outrun. Instead, make true the welcome fate of all sadness come undone. So, I beckon in return, remind my soul what lies therein. Sage in pages, now well worn, speak friend and enter in. I love it.
Alehouse. Yeah, melon.
Mellock. I love it.
That's fantastic. That's absolutely wonderful. Hey, Anna, just stop, okay?
What are you talking about? Oh yeah,
she said we're a mess.
I'm not. I feel fine. I feel like 95%. Like just one wrist that won't bend very well.
Good morning, Ellie. Welcome.
Hey, good morning.
No, I said it first. Don't copy me.
Oh, I'll say it later then.
Yeah. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Hey, super cool.
Kit, seriously, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for coming out of lurk mode. Hey, that's great. Much appreciated.
I love it.
Seriously, email me. Let's get this figured out.
Kit, this party started. Hey, what were we talking about?
They have keyholes on them?
They what?
Where? Do I not know what a keyhole looks like? Where'd I put the key?
On the back.
Oh, I don't have a picture of the back. I guess I just have to take your word for it. And you never lied to me, not once. So. Oh, got it.
To hang, yeah, not to open any special friend doors.
I'll be the judge. I'll be the judge of that.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm like, where's the keyhole?
You just think opens right up. Yeah. It's a skeleton key though, so I hope you have one.
Ooh, spoopy.
Okay, so we have about a little over an hour left of the show. Thank you for this is a wonderful, we'll call
I'm
it
not even closing that tab.
No,
I'm
keep it open.
Minimize it. Yeah.
Keep it open. We were talking about the games we played. Did we get through all of them? Do we have one left?
No, Excalibur was the last one that we had.
Excalibur's the last one, and I'll just mention one last thing before we move on to an app that we want to show you all.
Tell us more about the pod game.
Tell you more about
there's not lots to tell.
Like legit, like we played. I think we played 6 players. We played 4 player. It's time to stand up, Matt. And I just want to play more of it. I don't have any idea when a release date will be, but what I can say is that when Bubba and I get the print files, we will bring this with us to conventions. So not only can you get a sticker of my face as a Marvel Snap character, you also maybe will be able to play this game with us because we want to make sure we are spreading the word of this game. And Manny's a really good friend. And if we didn't believe in the game or didn't like the game, we wouldn't bring it. And we believe and like the game, and we like Manny. So it's like a triple threat.
All the things.
So be on the lookout. I'll be at Origins, and I think we will both be at Gen Con. And if
yes.
Gen Con, this is a side right here. Gen Con retweeted us yesterday.
They did.
And I was like shocked. I was absolutely shocked.
They didn't just retweet. They said, hey, join LTN at Gen Con.
Yeah. They if you're not on the Twitterverse, just for quicksies, you can go and look there if you want. But we had a post up about joining us at Gen Con and helping us out. And just thinking about that was our very first show we did as LTN 5 years ago. And it's like almost full circle. Like I was just shocked. I'm just absolutely shocked.